Hey Leo, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah, this is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to be looking at your energy for the next couple weeks. So welcome in. I hope things are moving well for you, despite the fact that we're in Mercury retrograde. Oh, not yet. Start with an energy cleansing. Clear any, unwanted blocks, obstacles, whatever we're dealing with right now. I always think it's so great to start with setting intention and smudging the energy. It really helps to do that. It helps to release places that we are feeling blocked, that we're not seeing things clearly, or we're struggling, right, to make a decision, to kind of just be honest with ourselves about what's transpiring. So with that in mind, Leo, we will start with that, and then we'll get into the messages. All right. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure love and grace. I release any blocks, obstacles that are not here for our highest and best. Fear, doubt, unworthiness, lack of value. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love. Amen. All right. So welcome in. Once again, let me be redundant. It's how we roll at this channel. So we're in Mercury retrograde. It started beginning of April. It's not the worst one in the world. There is a lot of support in the astrology. Definitely check out the weekly video if you haven't done so yet. I talk a little bit more about the astrology in detail there. We're kind of like building up our fortresses, like making sure that we feel safe, stable, grounded in where we're headed towards, right? But also the steps that we're taking, the choices that we're making. Partnerships are being illuminated right now. And really when we are in Mercury retrograde, because it does deal with communication, daily activity, etc., a lot of times things come back up that haven't really been closed out, or we don't have closure, clarity, understanding around, etc. So you could be feeling that. But like I said, astrologically, there's a lot of support to get us through the more challenging things. We just have to be open and willing, which sometimes can be the hardest part, right? This week specifically, there is some tension and resistance around choosing better for ourselves in layman's terms, in simplistic terms. But what I love, Leo, is that you are really building and growing something powerful. This is that 10 of Pentacles energy in the tarot, where it's like, just as I was saying, you're building your sustenance, your long-term stability, and being very intentional about the process. That's probably where some of the fear and the anxiety are coming into play, is what I'm hearing, because it is a process, right? It might feel annoying because it takes forever, or it seems to take forever, right? But Spirit is really saying that, like, be patient, because what you're headed towards, what you are building, the choices that you are making for yourself are very powerful, and they are investing in the future. And if we feel like we're in a spot where we're not making the best choices for ourselves, then we need to do some reevaluation. What is this choice going to look like 6 months down the road, a year down the road, etc.? Being more intentional about how we show up in our life. Friendly reminder, side note, these are collective readings, obviously, so just use your discernment about what messages fit for you. Leave the rest for someone else. I do personal readings as well. So hit me up if you're interested. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe while we're on this. Drop comments below. Let's help build and grow the community here. Yeah, so I love this, Leo. Such a powerful energy walking into the next couple weeks. You're really illuminating things for yourself. And illumination, yes, does have its difficulties. Sometimes when we need to choose awareness, it means being honest with ourselves about what something looks like, how it feels, whether it truly resonates or not. I also hear this as you're getting a lot of communication over the next couple weeks. You're going to be finding out information that's bringing more clarity to situations. I feel like it's places that instinctually, intuitively, you've known, maybe have struggled giving yourself credit for. And it's just like, oh, this is what it is. Oh, this is what it is. Because it feels like it's on multiple fronts, meaning you're getting clarity in a lot of different areas of your life and what's been going on. I love this. So powerful, Leo. This has been a really positive reading. Like, actually, the other zodiacs haven't been horrible, but some of the energies are a little bit heavier because we are, like I said, we're in this space of rebalancing within ourselves. And how can we be more empowered? How can we show up in a stronger way in our life? And transformation is not easy, right? It's quite difficult. It can be very annoying, but it is the nature of the beast because there's always going to be change and evolution in life. And actually, as I'm saying this, Maharishi Mahesh says this thing that the way we create stability in our life is actually being open to evolution and change. Kind of that concept of going with the flow, right? Because when we resist, we end up restricting the flow. We block opportunities coming in, change. It's almost like an energetic wall that we set up around ourselves. And that's really where that pain and suffering comes from. But what I love about your energy this week is it's really showing that, through the hard work, I feel like the hard work is paying off is what I'm hearing for you, Leo. And it's really catering to this new beginning. I feel like this is a transformation that you've been asking for quite some time, right? Remember, this has been a long road and has felt, every road has its ups and downs. Not to be a cheeseball, but I was thinking how I was hearing like it hasn't been easy. There have been a lot of challenges, right, in the process. Yeah, oh my gosh, I love this. Yay, Leo, good for you. Abundance. This is just like such a beautiful, honoring energy for you and what you've done and the accomplishments that you've made for yourself. So be proud, it feels like it's all coming to head. And again, this aligns like very synchronistically with the astrology. Pluto's moving into Aquarius. When it was in Capricorn, it was all about doing the hard work around achieving our goals, really kind of refining who we are, how we show up in our life, who we choose to surround ourselves with. Is it helping us get to that next level, right? That evolution that's innate, that's natural in all things, or is it keeping us, right, limited and restricted? Eight of Swords, self-sabotage energy. And there's a lot of grief around that. Three of Swords, right? There's grief when we don't honor our hearts because it makes for kind of like a crummy, not a crummy life. I don't want to say that, but then we end up just, I don't know, making choices out of quick fixes or, kind of that Leo energy, that fire energy of like being a little bit stubborn and selfish and fiery, right? Like shutting people, places, and things down with the way that we communicate, etc. And no shade, right? We all do it. We all have fire inside of ourselves. Obviously, if you are a fire sign or have heavy fire placements, it's going to be more amplified. That's actually how Ayurveda looks at it. But the cool thing is fire is transformation. It's transformation and metabolism in Ayurveda. So it really is speaking to how when we can be wise, when we can have the awareness, when we can illuminate those things for ourselves, that knowledge is giving us transformation. And we know how to metabolize it into our life. So we are making better, wiser choices. And I'm getting on a little bit of a tangent, so bear with me. But it really shows how your energy is exuding this principle over the next couple weeks. And I love it for you. Yeah, 3 of Cups. So you do have, I feel like you have good community around you right now, Leo. Enjoy it. Take advantage of it. I feel like you're choosing things that honor you, that support you a little more authentically, not really making room for the naysayers, the people that lie, talk shit, kind of demonize, etc. And you're being very intentional about this approach. And as I'm saying this, it's such a validation of why you're feeling all this abundance. Because when we choose people, places, and things that support us, that honor our energy, that's going to be reflected back to us in those relationships. How we show up with those individuals. Lots of healing, Aquarian energy with the star. I really love this. This is such a beautiful reading, Leo. The star really speaks to how, I just feel like everything in your life is getting better. You're seeing an upswing. Yeah, 6 of Swords energy. Things are changing and transitioning, and it's not like the past anymore. Yes, it's taken a lot to get here. Yes, there's still more that needs to come to light. I don't feel like this quote unquote journey is done quite yet, right? But I love how you're showing up for yourself. You're being intentional about the choices that you're making. And it's bringing about this really powerful energy of change, transformation, illumination. I feel like this is also you receiving the gift of insight, whether it comes through, someone telling you something, or, you find something on social media. I don't know. There's a lot of different avenues that it could come into. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I got a text that came in. Yeah, I love this. Lots of balance, lots of stability. As I pulled up this card, 1222 is on the clock. So it's how you're showing up for yourself and then bringing that back to your partnerships, to your relationships. Such a beautiful reading, Leo. I love this for you. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, Queen of Wands energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone is being blocked in your environment. I feel like this is what I'm hearing is this is someone who you've been dealing with in the past, but now the tone is changing. And this feels like someone who is also watching you. Maybe not, it's not like you're interacting with them. It's not like you're socializing with them. I feel like this is more of someone watching from behind the scenes. Spying on your social media, spying on, what you're up to, etc. And actually kind of feeling really disappointed, feeling really bummed out about this. Something happened within the dynamic to make you walk away or to separate this relationship. But you're not too concerned about it anymore. It's past energy. That's why this person is coming in and kind of looking behind the scenes. They don't really have the courage to face you, is what I'm hearing. I feel like they still hope for something. They still desire to reconnect. I feel like they're assessing how they can go about that. Is it even a reality? And then if so, how would I approach that situation? There is hurt and pain, but there's also this undertone of arrogance, right? Arrogance and pride. Like I was saying, someone who doesn't want to face you, someone who feels really embarrassed and ashamed, but wouldn't necessarily own up to that is what I'm hearing. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. So this could be a family member or someone that you considered family. I feel like, again, that's confirmation of why you're being really intentional about who or what you're dealing with. You could have gotten burned by this Queen of Pentacles in the past, and you just don't want to touch it anymore is what I'm hearing. But I think this individual or situation doesn't really understand that it's over or that you're not in. I mean, I do feel like they feel the separation, but in their mind, there's still hope. but it's so removed from the beauty and the abundance that's coming in for you. So again, you're not really paying attention to it. This is a lot of past energy. This is a lot of gossip. This is a lot of people. Again, like there's multiple people involved. And again, you're not going back there. You don't really want to, right? Self-protection is what I'm hearing with this Four of Cups. You know, putting yourself first, right? You first, and then being really intentional about where you put your energy after that, Leo, because you don't want anything to mess it up. And honestly, you know, it's smart to do it that way because it helps us align a lot easier with our abundance. We can't control people, places, and things that show up in a way that is a little like low vibey, right? People that are close to you that, whether it's intentional or not, there's obviously some discord. There's obviously some issues that didn't get addressed, or there was a refusal to see eye to eye, different perspectives. But I'm hearing it's more coming from this individual of not really willing to. Just like I was saying, like, yeah, I want to reconnect with you, but I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to own anything, that type of vibe. So I feel like you're being smart in your self-protection. You're making wise choices. And honestly, like you're having fun with it. You're being adventurous, Page of Wands energy, exploring new people, places, and things, putting your energy out there in a new way. And I feel like really sensing into who and what feels right with this Four of Cups, right? Because it's progress from the Three of Cups. You're moving forward, you're moving upward, but you're not forgetting yourself. In the past, you may have lost yourself in other people, places, and things. Hence why these individuals felt like, you know, they could have their cake and eat it too. They could shit all over you and you'd come back around. But you don't want to do it that way anymore because you've learned. It's been a heavy experience. Yeah, Eight of Cups. I love that confirmation, walking away from toxicity. Just continue to push forward in that direction. Mercury retrograde, because it does bring up things of the past, rehashes things, etc. It can be easy to get sucked back in, right? So I'm hearing for you, Leo, it's about knowing yourself, knowing your boundaries. We see that a lot through this whole process. You might be having, Six of Cups, lots of cups energy on the board today. Just meaning this is something very close to your heart. It's very tender. It's very dear. And I feel like it's been something that has also brought a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, having to completely change and readjust, right, with this transformation. I feel like past people, things are bringing information to light, maybe with hopes to get something out of it, right? You know, I really like the Queen of Wands. Usually she's pretty sassy and vibrant, but this energy feels lower vibey. It feels a little manipulative or controlling. Someone who, again, hasn't really understood their end of things. And you're really walking away from people, places, and things, especially those that are in your personal life, your family, your friends, those that are closest to you, business partners, however that fares for you, right? Wherever, you know, you find the most connection, I was going to say the boat's been rattled, but that's not true. The boat's been shooken. That's probably not even a word. Deborah, me and my bad English. All right, let's close this out for you, Leo. I really love this energy for you. I think it's really beautiful. It's super powerful. And it is really you standing in that Leo energy, right? Of empowerment, of really putting your best foot forward. The quail and the gooseberry, anticipation. So this is stuff that you feel unfolding, right? Just as we started out in the very beginning of the reading, yes, you see this manifesting, but there is still some road ahead. And there is this energy of am I ever gonna get there? But I feel like enough is happening right now. There's enough movement where you're like, yeah, yes, I am, which I love, right? Because your energy is so abundant. The deer and the oat healing, yeah. You really have been doing the work of making choices to evolve, to rise above, to be the best version of yourself. And that's really what's catering towards this abundance. It's putting changes in your life in a positive and balancing type way. Instead of feeling exhausted and overwhelmed, the eel and the iris, oh, safety. Yeah, creating your own safety for yourself. Because when we are exhausted and overwhelmed, when we aren't taking care of our mind, body, soul, it's really hard to make good decisions for ourselves, especially around, people that have ulterior motives, people that do need to be vetted a little bit more, but we don't have the energy to do it, right? So you just kind of take people at their word, etc. And that's really a pattern that you are changing out of, that you're releasing and letting go of, Leo. And in a very timely and powerful way. Yeah, this is the lizard, but I see this as the salamander and the pitcher plant, sorry. It's releasing stagnation. I'm hearing this, especially that fire energy, right? That salamander, that fire energy, tapping back into that creative and inspirational potential. You rule the 5th house, which is all about our creativity, our sensuality, the way we express ourselves, and really kind of putting ourselves front and center. So you're finding a way to do that is more honoring of yourself, that is bringing in happiness, success, abundance, fulfillment in a way that I feel like even 6 months ago, you might have not been able to, achieve. So, or you didn't think you would ever get to this point. Sorry, I got sidetracked in this mind of mine. So Leo, I hope this helps. Thanks so much if you've made it this far in the video. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, your energy always. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how it resonates. I also love to give support and encouragement where needed. I appreciate your time and energy, sending all the love and blessings your way.